Hello and what is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and today we are back in SpinTires MudRunner to talk about a vehicle that has been out for a few days now, but I still haven't gotten a chance to check it out, and I really want to because you guys know how big of a fan I am of XJs, and this XJ is no exception. But I do have to actually say right up front that not only is it an awesome build by Smar19, but it's actually got an incredible story behind it. So this Jeep is actually built, he built this Jeep as a tribute to his dad's XJ, which this one, the more stock-looking version, is actually an exact replica of how his dad's Jeep actually used to look. So that is absolutely incredible, and I don't know if I've ever seen that done before in the SpinTires and MudRunner community, but I think it's so awesome to see people doing things like that with these mods and these vehicles. It just goes to show like how deep the modding community really is, and I think it's a really wonderful and really incredible thing that he actually went through and actually built this as a memorial to his dad. So what we are going to be doing in this video is we're going to be driving the stock one a little bit, but we're mostly going to be driving the built one, and obviously we're on the Badlands 2, and I really wanted to try the built one because it looks like it's got right about the exact amount of a good mix between streetability and off-road ability and, you know, just being a trail rig that you could drive home. So we're going to throw the roof rack on it, the spare tire in the back, spotlight, and really go have fun with this thing and see how it goes. That raw 4.0 power. Sarcasm, because the 4.0 isn't very powerful. It's got a little bit of torque. It's got plenty of torque for what these Jeeps need to do, but it's not a powerhouse. So, setting off, it's so far feels really realistic, actually. The Jeep itself has a lot of detail. I mean, especially in this lifted version, you can see every single arm, and you can see every single movement on every single arm. You can see the movement in the back. You can see the movement of the shocks and the leaf springs and the axle in huge detail. You even see the... Oh, no, never mind. I didn't see the end links. I thought I did. In fact, out of the corner of my eye, I mistook those U-bolts for end links, and I feel dumb now. But the interior view, wow, the interior view is actually really detailed, and you can see the interior cage has actually been fully modeled. The dash is in the right place, but it also has a working steering wheel. It has that XJ shifter, which is awesome. It's got a fully modeled XJ dash, and it's got the XJ interior, which personally, for me, I think it's incredible. I'm not a huge fan of how hazy the windshield is, but sometimes that's kind of just the way it goes with these mods. Sometimes, like, if you want to have a windshield that looks like glass from the outside, it will look super hazy on the inside, so that's kind of what they have to do sometimes, and there's not much that you can actually do about it. But still, I know that I said the white XJ was my favorite XJ so far, but this one definitely has the potential to become my favorite XJ because it feels like, it really does feel like it could be a real rig. I mean, the fairly stock one is literally a real rig, and not only is it a really cool rig, but I love this. I love how there's a properly cool tribute story behind it, and I think it's incredible still that he did that and rebuilt his dad's old Jeep. That's amazing. We gonna make it up this? I feel like if we had slightly bigger tires, we'd be up it already, but we don't quite have the tire to take a line that aggressive. We're gonna have to kind of follow it around the edge, I think. It's all in the strategy. All in the strategy. You see it when you go wheeling because some rigs can make it straight up the obstacles, some have to go around the side, and then some have to take weird lines altogether just to make it up. We're going to end up, oh man, going to end up flopping over to that edge if we keep going further that way. I'm going to ease it back. Oh, I eased it back too far. That's another issue. When you ease it back too far, you kind of end up in a weird spot. I think the best option here is going to be to literally to restart the whole obstacle. And I don't like doing that, but sometimes when you run into something like that, you have to. That's the only option. Oh, yep, that's what I wanted. I wanted to get my tire up on that rock. Come on. I just need the front axle to find a grip, like, find a little bit of grip. Find a spot where it can stick. Come on. Ooh, 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 that's bad. Ooh, that was close. That was really, really, really close. Oh, it's so close, though. It's getting there. Yep, there it is. There it is. Throw it in low 2 and it goes. Throw it in low 2 and it goes. It's got a lot of grip. It's got a lot of grip. It's got a lot of flex. It's got just enough flex to where it feels, again, like a very realistic setup. Very, very, very realistic setup. And you know what? Wait a minute. Why would we take the trail when we could take this extra fun route? Hopefully that doesn't bite us in the butt coming up here. Come on. There we go. Like, literally, I could see this being the perfect build. I mean, it's got what looks like 1-ton steering. I mean, the perfect XJ, really, in my opinion, would be maybe 3/4-ton axles or 1-ton axles that were still streetable. 37s, if it was a 3/4-ton, then I'd run 37s. If it was a 1-ton, I'd run 40s. And then I'd make sure to run 1-ton steering. Even, I mean, hell, I'd run 1-ton steering on a stock XJ axle just because the 1-ton steering is that much beefier and it's just that much more reliable. If you bump it into a rock or something, you don't have to worry about it disintegrating. Easy. There's a massive, massive rollover risk with this line, so we've got to be extra careful here about what we do. Extra careful. There it is. There it is. Ooh, no. And that's what I was worried about. That is 100% what I was concerned about. Yeah, that's not good. Oh, man. Come on, really? Are you sure? It's pretty sure, I guess. I was like, are you sure? It's like, yeah, it's pretty sure. All right, so we're going to head down a different trail this time, and we've already proven that this thing is a really good rig. I mean, yes, it is a little top-heavy, but to be fair, I mean, it's not necessarily that it's top-heavy. It's just more to the fact that it's realistic. I mean, you would have rolled over if you put yourself in that situation. You know what I mean? Like, that's just as much on me as it is on the rig. So, and I chose to put the rig there. That was a catch. Holy hell, that was a hell of a catch. Oh my god. Alright, release that. And back up again, and then recenter before we flip again. I'd really rather not flip a second time. Like, that would just be annoying. That would just not be on my list of things to do. You know what I mean? That's not very high up on my list. Now, high range isn't actually all that fast, which is a good thing. It's right between like, low 3 and like highway gear. It's like just a step up from low 3, which is right exactly where it should be in my opinion, because it's for when you need just a little bit more wheel speed than low 3, but not necessarily like crazy highway speeds or anything like that. So I think that he really set up the gears nicely, and I think he's got them in a good place. Now, we're actually going to take a route that we haven't taken before on this map, so I'm really excited to see how this Jeep does. And not only to see how it does, but to see what it actually what it'll actually do in terms of flex and in terms of grip. It seems to have a great mixture of mud grip and rock grip, because some vehicles, they do great on rocks, but they're horrible in the mud, and then some vehicles are vice versa. This one seems to strike a really nice balance between the two. Oh, no way. Are we coming up on the crazy bridge? Yes, we're coming up on these gnarly bridges. Oh, dude, I can't wait to see what this will do over there. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes, I just need to figure out a way to get down there without getting the Jeep into big trouble. Okay, we got more mud, but it looks like the rocky stuff starts up again. So I am actually going to take a slight bypass and a slight detour here, but it looks like I can do it without flipping, so I'm going to take it. I'm trying to get... Oh, no. Don't tell me this is how this is going to go. There we go. I was really hoping my winch would reach. I was like, my winch better reach. I do not want to get sandwiched between two trees and have to stay there. Is that another trail? Yo, that's cool. Or is that just like a ditch? I think it might just be a ditch. Never mind. I was like, oh, cool, another trail. I was like, it's probably just a wash or a washout or something. What the? Oh, there goes the oil pan, I guess, or something. Oil. No, you know what we did? We slammed the bumper into the rock, destroyed probably the radiator, and maybe smashed the front diff too. That sucks. I do, out of curiosity, want to see how the stock one does, because the stock one, like, you never see stock XJs in MudRunner. Oh, God, it's already going better than I thought it was going to go. I mean, to be fair, it probably won't get very far before it actually gets either damaged or stuck, because it is a lot lower to the ground than the other one. But I do think that it's probably going to be better than I would have expected. I mean, it's going really well. I mean, look at this thing. I do feel like it's probably going to do pretty badly here, but I'll have to, like, go around the side. I doubt it's going to go any farther than this. No way. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. We just did that in a stock XJ. We just did that in a stock XJ, people. We just did that in a stock XJ. Easier than we did it in the lifted one. How does that make sense? It doesn't. It absolutely doesn't make sense. But you know what does make sense? This thing is badass. It just goes. And it's amazing. I guess it partially just goes to show, too, how capable an XJ could be in stock trim with some mud tires. I mean, seriously. It just goes. It's all in where you put your tires, and just, like, as long as you don't high center, you're good. Like, it's just going. It's just scrambling up everything. I can barely believe what I'm doing right now. Now, I am going to try this line again because I feel like it's the only way this thing's going to get up this rock, although we do have to be careful because there is, again, a big rollover risk here. Low one seems to get it in the right direction. Oh! Yeah, that winch line had to be pulled for safety. I should have done it with the other one too, because it was starting to go over. I mean, that was the line we had to take, but still, it was starting to go over. And I was like, it probably wouldn't have been a good idea to let this thing flip. We're literally already almost at the top of this trail. That is mind-blowing to me. This little stock XJ just absolutely... It's literally done everything that the big one did. Literally done everything that the big one did. No problem. No problem at all. And it's just... It just rips. It just rips and absolutely doesn't care. I am so proud of this thing. I'm so proud of this thing. I mean, it just goes to show, like, the potential of XJs. Like, holy crap. Well, I just wanted to say that Smart19 did an amazing job on this Jeep, an incredible job, and I do also, like I said before, I think it's amazing that it's a tribute to his dad. And if you guys enjoyed this video on this mod, make sure you click that like button, check out the mod on the Steam Workshop, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to me for more daily videos and to keep up to date on all the latest MudRunner mods, and I will see y'all in the next one. Talk to you guys later.